everyone, and welcome back to the World Tour. I've been a busy bee off camera. Got a few games to update you on, show you a nice shiny league table, and we've got through the January transfer window, so quite a bit to get up to date with. And then I'm going to give you a match just as a bonus, because I'm a nice guy like that. So, as I was saying, since you were last with me, I've played a few games. We were here, I showed you the KF Tirana game, which was obviously a massive result for us. Since then, as you can see, there's been a lot of green. What can I say? I'm a tactical managerial genius, and no one can touch me. So, we won the second leg of the Azani game 3-0. I did quite a bit of rotation because we were already 5-0 up from the first leg, but not too much because I've learnt from that mistake from last season. We then beat Castrioti 4-1. We beat Pogradeci 3-2. We've just most recently, I've played these two games today before starting to record. Vlažnje Škoda, we beat them 5-1, which we'd won that in the first half. We're 5-0 up at half time. And then we beat Luftatari 3-0. Now, the only problem with Albania, which I've noticed, is the massive gap here. They obviously have a winter break, so I went away and thought I'll play a few games off camera and then get back to record in February. And then I've got 30 odd days between matches, and I don't want to holiday it just in case there's anything coming up, and obviously the transfer window opens in January, so I didn't want to holiday through too much of that. I got offered a new contract, which I've turned down because they were offering me a 3-year extension on the same wages, and plans for the save currently for me are to end this season and then potentially look at moving on. So I didn't want to have signed a new 3-year contract in December and then not be able to move on because no team wanted to pay the compensation or actually be able to afford the compensation. So I've turned that down. I did try to negotiate it down to 1 year, they said no. 2 years, said no again. So I left it as it was because I think we can move on at the end of this season. I mean, I would like to manage them in Europe, so it's not the end of the world if we do have to do another year. But obviously, this is the third season now in Albania, and I think it would be quite nice for us to move on and try our managerial hands in another country. So, next job is to update you on the transfer window. You can see I've got a lot pre-arranged. So, only one player's come in, and that is Adonis Alushtaku. I mean, with a name like Adonis, how can you not sign the kid? He's 18, he's already 3-star current ability. He's another left-back option because I was down to just Kitanovsky and Cheka. And there was one point previously where both were injured. So I had very limited options at left-back. So I brought another one in just to give me that little bit of extra depth. And at 18, he's already capable at playing at this level, so I've got no worries about throwing him in. Probably give him a little bit of squad rotation. I mean, I don't think he's expecting first team football. Where can you see what status you've put on him? Playing time. There's a playing time thing here that you've promised him somewhere. Information. Don't know. Can't find it. I'm not going to sit here and look for it forever. So if anybody wants to point that out, I'll show you that in next episode. But there's definitely somewhere where you can see the playing time that you've promised to players. So he's coming as another option at left back. You're going to notice I've actually sold one of our big names, and a few of you might be angry at me for this one, but I am sorry. So start here. Christopher Bonny has gone out on loan because at right back he wasn't getting games. Dodder, I'm playing to develop him most because he's one of the first ones brought in. Although he doesn't really seem to be getting there. So I've sent out Bonny to get some game time as well so he can develop. And then obviously we've got Krieju, who is another option. So I felt it weren't too bad to let him leave. Drillian Sadiku's gone out on loan as well. I had him on the bench as sort of cover for right and left midfield, but obviously he's not natural at this winger position yet, so I've sent him out on loan to try and learn that position a bit more. And then the big one is I've sold Albania-C1. He's now worth 550,000 at Damak, who are Saudi Arabian apparently. So he's gone for 64k, which isn't. I know it looks like a small amount of money, but I've actually realised at this level it's not. It could potentially go up to 79k depending on appearances and stuff. But he's 30 years old. He was into the last year of his contract, and rather than lose him for free, I figured I'd let him go. I've got cover. I've got Lawrence Trashy that can play on the right. I want to try and raise the money to sign Sahiti, although CSKA Sofia want him, so I need to sort that out. I also had Kechiku, who can play on the right, Checker, and Lushtaku, who can both play on the left of midfield as well. So I've got cover for both sides of midfield if I need it. Rather than losing for free, I thought I'd get some money. I played Avdalari in the last match in the league as well because I forget his name, Elazai, that's him. He was injured. He'd got himself food poisoning, so missed that game. But obviously he's back, so he's going to go back in for today's match. So it'll be Elazai in the nets, Dodder on the right, Potter Carrero and Toppy in the middle, Kitanovsky out on the left. We've got Muchai and Salai in the middle, with Trashy and Sahiti on as the wingers, and then Hashani and Beckford up front. Now I just want to show you this kid. Obviously I put him in a cup game and he scored 2, so I thought I'd leave him in the team for a little bit longer. Just look at this kid's performances. He's got an average rating of 8.05 in the cup, 7.73 in the league, so an overall of 7.73. No, sorry, an overall of 7.8. It's just showing you his league stats up there. So in the league, he's got 4 goals, 4 assists in 7 games. Overall, he's got 9 goals and 4 assists. 6 goals and 4 assists in 9 games. I honestly can't drop him. I wanted to give him some cup time to develop, and I just cannot let him go. Teams are wanting him on loan, and sorry, but he's just not going. He's a first team player for me now. So I can name more subs. Let's put Lushtaku on the bench and Checker. Might bring Lushtaku on, give him a game. Auto numbers. I've got a cup game coming up next, so I think I'll definitely play him in that. Right, pick up where we left off. I didn't actually show you the league table, did I? So, obviously, this is our game in hand over KF Tirana. We're on 22 games. Shall we just go to the actual league table? I've probably got a long way around. So yeah, we've got a game in hand. We're 9 points clear as it stands, so we're in a good position to win this division now. So this is our game in hand over KF Tirana. They just recently lost 3-0 to Vlažnje Škoda, the team that I absolutely hammered. So let me unpause that, that'd help. So if we can win this, we can go, 12 points clear, which I think would be basically game over, considering it's January now. I think it'd take a lot for us to throw it away. Now I'm probably cursing it by saying that, but because FM usually hears things like that. Muchai with an absolute thunderbolt in the first minute. Yeah, Football Manager usually hears talk like, well, you think you're gonna win the league now, do you? After you've got a bit of confidence. So, but I mean, we've lost 2 games all season. Surely we're not gonna throw away a 12-point lead. And then that should bump up my reputation quite well, I would think, with a league title under his belt. Kind of weighing up now whether to do another season, because obviously we'd be in Europe, and that would then push up my reputation even more. Sahiti just walked through the defence there. I need to have a look at getting him permanently if CSKA Sofia's coming in for him. I want to try and get him tied in before they can get in. Well, they've already got a bid in for him, which is worrying. I'm worried that it didn't give me a warning about this. I've had no inbox about it, so don't know why it's not told me. Ashani, Salahi, Kitanovsky. Back to Muchai. Oh, it's took a deflection. It's an own goal. It's unlucky. This is what we did against Vojnia. When we went 5-0 up before half time. We were 3-0 up inside 20 minutes. We are absolutely tearing teams apart at the minute. And I honestly can't see where a defeat would come from. Sahiti's got in on. It's 4-0 after half an hour. We were scraping results before. We were like scraping like a 2-1 or a 1-0 here and there, but we're now absolutely tearing teams to pieces, and I just can't see where a defeat's going to come from. I can't see anyone that's good enough to beat us at the minute. KF Tirana are slipping up, so I'm feeling confident that we could have won the league this year, which in our second full season, because we joined halfway through the first season we were with them, it was halfway through already, and we saved them from relegation. So we've gone from saving them from relegation to winning the league in 2.5 years. I'm a football manager god. What can I say? If anybody would like some tips and advice, just get in touch. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that good. I've just got this eye for talent. Then, once obviously you've signed the talent, you've got to develop it. You've got to give it the right amount of game time. It's 5-0, Porto Carrero. Honestly, tearing teams to pieces. We're untouchable at the minute. It's unreal. Look at the ratings that we're getting. See, Heaty's on 9.5 again. So, I'm going to give Hassani a game. Youngster. Marina a game. Youngster. And Lushtaku can have his debut. At left back, make on with 3 subs. I know I'm risking it in case there's any injuries, but we're comfortable. It's 5-0. Hassani's picked up a knock. I didn't expect one of the players I brought on to get hurt, but Hassani's been good since I brought him in from Doncaster as well. He must have had some good training. Obviously, English football's quite a high level, even at League One, so development that he's been getting's probably helped him wonders. Marina's got in there, tapping at the back post. It's 6-0. What can you even do? No one's going to really stop us, are they? So there we are. I'm going to leave it at the one match for today, because obviously I've done a lot of bumbling and babbling beforehand, so I don't want to drag the video on for too long, and playing another match would tear it away. I'm just going to play these next 2 matches, and then we're going to come back for KF Tirana and the second leg of Kamsa. Obviously, KF Tirana, if we beat them, we'll be going 15 points clear. That's assuming they don't slip up in the meantime, and I would think it'll be game over then. So that's what we'll come back for then. We could potentially be... we'll see what kind of state we're in after the first leg of the quarter-final. And then we'll come back for the second leg, as well as the Tirana game. So, thank you everybody for watching. Nice 6-0 win there to get us back into to the World Tour for this week. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your notifications to keep up to date with my FM20 content. I'll catch you in the next episode.